Hello everyone, this is Nicole from Altenew. In this video, I'm going to give you a closer look at our Build a Garden Magnificent Branch stamp set and its coordinating stencil set. Build a Garden is a brand new subscription series that we're rolling out starting May 2022. This will replace our well-loved Build a Flower subscription series. Build a Flower always consisted of a layering 6x8 stamp with its coordinating die or die set. Build a Garden subscription series is a little bit different. It's going to either include a 6x8 or 4x6 stamp set, may or may not include coordinating die sets, as well as a stencil. So you get to actually play with different coordinating product types that complements with each other to create projects. So you get to really play with different types of products, categories, and designs to really expand your creativity. This particular Build a Garden Magnificent Branch series or a set include a 6x8 outline stem set with 4 different layers of coordinating stencil. So let's go ahead and get started with this set. I'm going to use our stamp wheel. This is a brand new stamping positioning tool that we are showcasing, and it is going to probably come out later this year or early next year. It's still in the work. I am using a prototype that we have, and we feature this in our 2022 Creativation. It's a unique tool that is wonderful and going to really fit multiple needs that you have when it comes to stamping. The lid of our stamp wheel is large enough to hold and to adhere our big image. So this Magnificent Branch outline image is really big cluster of lovely images. So I want to be able to stamp this all at once. So I decided to use our stamp wheel. And I'm going to feature this more often in our upcoming product videos. So I went ahead and conditioned the stamp set, since this is brand new, using our stamp conditioning eraser. And I went ahead and inked up the stamp set using our jet black ink. This stamp set is not only great for stamping and stenciling with our color stencils and adding colors that way, but also great image to ink up and use your other coloring medium, whether it's watercoloring, whether it's marker coloring, or coloring pencil coloring. But since this is a layering how-to video, I'm going to use our stencil that accompanies with the stamp set. And we're going to follow the guideline that shows on our packaging of our stamp set. Each group of images are marked with numbers. That numbers correlates with a stencil numbering. If you look at the top left corner of each stencil that you get, there will be an indication whether it's number 1 layer, number 2 layer, number 3 layer. So that is going to showcase which layer of a stencil you can find that particular stencil image. So make sure you pay attention to that. I'm going to start with our biggest flower of the image. This is mainly layer 1, and I am using our Cool Summer Night color family. You can mix and match different shades. Every stencil that you see here matches perfectly within each outline of the petal of the flower. So I'm just going in with my mini blending tool and inking it up different layers from light to darkest. I am leaving the darkest shade for actually a really cool highlight at the end of the cluster. So I'm going to go ahead and play around with 3 different shades first, which is Sea Glass, Ocean Waves, and Dusk, and move back and forth between the stencils to fill in all of the solid area of the flower. So if you move left to right, and then to the center, and then to the bottom right, like I'm doing here, you should be able to complete all of the solid areas of each of these petals. Make sure you go ahead and adhere your stencils while coloring because you don't want it to shift while you're coloring it with your ink blending tool. So I love using our satin masking tape because it's really convenient to hold down stencils or even die cut pieces or die sets over the stamped area to hold those pieces in place while I'm working on it. As a last one, this is the bottom left image of our stencil number 1 layer. This is where it highlights all of the shades of the flower, and I added a darkest color, which is Desert Night. So you get the idea. I am moving always from solids to the partial image. I'm moving over to layer 2 of the stencil set, and this includes the leaf. So we're going to go ahead and start with the lightest green color. This is Frayed Leaf. I'm going to use Greenfield's ink family for inking this images up for the leaves. So I'm starting darkest on the bottom and then fading out lighter to the top. And I'm going to go ahead and work on all of the solid areas. You will notice that there are partial images that accompany with the solid area right next to each other in the stencil, but it's easier for me to work on all solid areas with same color and then moving on to the partial area using the next color. So it just creates less back and forth. You can color in more efficiently and get it all done together when working on either solid images all throughout and then partial images all throughout. Make sure you adhere the stencil well with your masking tape, as well as if you think that the layer images right next to the solid area is too close to each other, you can also mask up that area with the tape. With these layering parts of our stencil layer 2, I'm going in with Evergreen so that it has a nice dark area. You can see that I taped over a partial image on the left of the area that I'm stenciling because that actually is an open solid area. I didn't want other inks to get in there, so I made sure to cover it up with my masking tape. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up here. And this part should be all done. Now let's move on to layer 3 of the stencil. And this creates coloring parts for the branch itself, as well as the leaves and the other flower that we have on the left side of the cluster of these beautiful images. I'm going to go ahead and mask off some of the area that might be too close to the branch image. I'm going in the solid area with Mocha, and for the layering later on, I will be going in with Espresso. And for the leaves and the flower, you will follow the same process as I did earlier with the big petal, light to darkest color, using the same blue color family. So I'm going to let you enjoy the process here, and then I will pick up the voiceover after we are all done stenciling. Okay, so the stencil coloring is all done. I noticed there are a couple of areas where it was smudged a little bit, probably from my fingers because I was having very inky fingers while I was stenciling. So I just went over the area with my X-Acto knife to scrape off this smudged area lightly, very lightly, and then smooth it over by going over the same area with the stem conditioning eraser. And this is the finished look of our Build a Garden Magnificent branch images. I hope you enjoyed following along with the layering how-to video, and I hope it was helpful for you to visualize how to use this wonderful stem set and the complementary stencil set. We cannot wait to see what you create. If you need more inspirations, make sure to check out our website at altenew.com for a wonderful inspiration projects from our design team. Thank you so much for watching.